offices. Isn't that something? And then with this going on, Indian politics, we never do that. We never do that. Indian people, we just make the shit up. I mean, simple as that. No research required. And every tribe has somebody that screwed the tribe over and they kick him out of office. And 4 years later, he runs again like nothing happened. Then he loses by 5 million votes, but he demands that recount, you know. Everybody has that. Oh. So it's all about healing and all this, you know. So coming to the airport here, you know, it's just all this paranoia, 9/11 weapon check and the electronic bracelet and all this. And when they strip search grandma with the shoes, I'm going, I'll bet the house she's not a terrorist, you know? My God, relax, you know? The paranoid and the racial profiling. I got caught up in that paranoia, I remember that. I mean, I got on the plane and I seen some people make me nervous, right? I seen a couple of white guys, you know, and I'm thinking, I know they didn't steal my land, but they look like the guys that did. Oh, shit, oh. Ooh. So I'm on the plane over here, you know, and that gets a little bumpy. And then they get on the plane and some guy always wants to talk to me. I like to get in my own kind of zone on the plane. The guy goes, so, where are you going? Well, an airplane, asshole. We're going to the same place. So, oh, I didn't know that. Because if I talk to them, tell them I'm a native or I'm a comedian, I'm going to get the Cherokee or some of their lame jokes, right? So there's more turbulence. And our plane got struck by lightning. I didn't know that was kind of common, but it scared me. So I prayed, man. I prayed to the Great Spirit. I prayed to God, to Jesus, the Buddha, the Mike Holmgren, the AT&T Master Charge. And I'm getting really nervous, and I start seeing my life pass before my eyes. A young kid growing up in the res, getting a scholarship, studying hard, and I'm thinking, that ain't even my own flashback, for God's sake. So I put on the earphones, get my mind off it, and they start playing Buddy Holly music, for Christ's sake. Oh, Jesus. So coming here was pretty cool. We got to be careful now. You know, all this stuff going on in the world, too. You know, there's this war. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. I'll say it again. War. What is it good for? Yeah, we've been in, well, we're in Vietnamistan, that's one. Iraq. I mean, they found the guy, but they're still there. I mean, really. They don't tell you about just the regular folks that are losing their land, culture, everything being destroyed. God, those people are going to have to build casinos someday. Wow, man. You know, then they'll tax them. Yeah. All this is going on, all this madness, you know. I saw on CNN today, now the U.S. is going to invade another country. And I saw on CNN, if the U.S. enters Turkey from the rear, will Greece help? Might. You know, they couldn't find for a long time, what's his name, Bin Laden, Hussein, Saddam, who couldn't find him. They're looking for Gaddafi, you know. All that stuff, money and wars, all they needed to get those guys is one Indian with a knife between his teeth. You know how we can get out there at night. We'd have him hanging like a deer. Next morning, gutted and tied to a pickup. No problem. All they had to do was ask us. You know? Really, because we taught America how to survive, and we still will to this day, you know. Everything you're all going through, we went through it first. We really did. Talk about global warming, well, you put us all in the deserts, and we learned how to survive there, you know. The economy, Indians are going, what economy, you know. It affected the billionaires, not the poor people, same shit, you know. And I love this too in America. We have no money for health care, but we got $1 trillion to kill people with war. Which reminds me, that reminds me of the old joke when you see the wino walking down the street. Hey, can I have like money for some food? Well, how do I know you won't spend it for booze? Well, I got money for booze, you know, mentality. And Brother Obama, everything he tries to do, they try to cock block him. I don't care how you're cutting it out. That Tea Party's just an answer for the KKK. That's all that is. Yeah. Don't give me that bullshit. Yeah. We're trying to have our freedom. You didn't have that when lame-ass Bush was out there doing that number. Yeah. You got a dumbass couldn't run the country. Now you got someone too smart for the room. Oh, we can't handle that. This is the White House, and we're crackers, and we're going to stop everything he wants to do. He even tried to work with them, and they're going, not this, But I tell you what, all these yuds and idiots that are running now, they're not going to beat him. Obama is going to be the first black president, and they're always going to be black from now on. There's an old saying, once you go black, never go back. And the thing about Brother Obama, what I think is, he's got the emotions of an accountant. That's the part that gets me, you know. I know what he's thinking and all this, but he's just, have some emotions, brother. Let it out. Let it go. You know, Barack Obama should walk around the White House with a big hoodie on, strutting around the place. I really think that. And then all these biggie small guys around him all the time. And that would scare the shit of all the conservatives in this country. But all of their children worship and idolize him. See, that's what would happen here. But, my God. I don't know. That's a thankless job. You know, we never trusted any president. Didn't matter who the guy was. You know, since they told us George Washington is the father of our country. Looked at a guy in drag, high heels, wooden teeth. You think his old lady had slivers on her thighs? I don't know. I get these thoughts sometimes. He loves me not. So that's what we're doing. It's all time for healing now. And politicians have no answers. Politicians have no answers. Read my lips. Politicians have no answers. People who change society are the spiritual leaders, the artists, the writers, the poets. Those are the ones they always censor and lock up. Politicians are just clones of the other thing, you know? Really are. And all these yuds, Republican Party, they're interchangeable. And it'd be nice to have a woman president if it was the right one. But not this Bimbo Bachman or Sarah Paleface or whatever her name was, you know. I'm a honky mom. What, honky mom or hockey mom? I mean, just another foot soldier in corporate America's march to Flanders. They really lowered the bar, starting with Dan Quayle and Bush and Palin. You know, you don't got to be any qualifications to be president of this country. All you got to be is 21. That's about it. And then we go to treaty time to deal with these folks, and it's like, oh, jeez, oh my God. Now my wife, she's a Navajo, and I think she'd be I think Indian woman would be a great president of this country, because traditionally they are leaders of our societies. They really are, you know. Because if an Indian woman was pissed off at another country, she wouldn't bomb it. She might ignore it for 6 months, and that would drive them crazy. Women are natural peacemakers and healers. It's Mother Earth, not Brother Earth. We all come from that, you know. Women are natural diplomats. Peacemakers can make a friend just like that. Women can drive down the street. Hey, what are you doing? How you doing? Man, hey, let's have coffee. Nice hat. Bye. Right, two guys, same street corner, a few drinks in them. That small, genitally charged challenge mentality comes out. What the hell are you looking at? You know, that's how guys get in fights. Oh, you're looking at me? You're looking at... You know, and it's just idiots. You know, violence is the expression of the inarticulate. Oh, I don't know anything, but I'll stomp the shit out of him till he thinks like I do. So... So, time now for a commercial. Hi, wannabes. Are you tired of being left out in the cold with no native heritage? Unaware of your Indian roots, or perhaps you have no Indian roots? Feel uncomfortable at powwows? Well, soon you'll be out there singing and dancing with the rest of us thanks to Generic-y. Yes, one spoonful of generic.